Are you ready to be empowered with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in yourself, to overcome your fears and battle through every challenge and bully you face, both real and in your mind? Are you ready to learn life-changing strategies on how to develop the right mindset and positive mental attitude to courageously stand out in the crowd and be who you were born to be? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Greetings and welcome to another uplifting, life-changing episode of the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Well, how are we doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day, and that this episode right here makes your day even better. And if you're not having a good day or a great day, then I'm hopeful this episode is exactly what you need to turn your day around. Well, I'm your host, Master Rich Grogan, and I'm truly blessed and so very grateful for your time. And I promise I'm going to do everything I can and give you everything I've got to make our time together empowering, valuable, enjoyable, educational, fun, and of course to help give you the tools, confidence, and belief in yourself to battle through every challenge, struggle, setback, fear, or bully you're facing, both real and in your mind. So here's the question for you. We're going to talk about this on the show today. Do you ever find yourself questioning if you're good enough? I mean, do you ever say, man, am I good enough? Unfortunately, I say that I've said it so many times in the past, and I catch myself saying it from time to time now. I mean, the struggles, troubles, and setbacks and challenges and fears sometimes that society throws upon us, that bully in our own mind that digs that out and reminds us maybe we're not good enough. So if you ask yourself that, you're not alone. Well, here's the answer in case you didn't know when you say, am I good enough? The answer is a resounding yes, you are. And what we're going to do on this episode, we're going to explain the reasons why. And more importantly, we're going to talk about helping you discover your unique God-given quality, strengths, and gifts that you've been given to help you realize, yeah, I'm more than good enough. I'm more than enough. You doggone right, I'm better than good. That sound good? Well, awesome. Well, this is the Feel Good Friday Warrior Confidence Weekend Challenge. So it's going to be a little shorter one. On the Fridays, we try and keep these baby between, 10, 15, or under 20 minutes, which, of course, is tough for me, talking a lot. But I'm going to do my best on that and give you all I've got inside a short period of time. Sound good? Well, let's dive right in. This is episode number 335, and the title, Am I Good Enough? The answer, absolutely, and I'm going to help you do my best to help you discover the reasons why you're not only good enough, but you're more than enough. Well, the big part, to kind of dive right in here, is we have to be humble enough to realize that we're all struggling. We all got challenges, battles, setbacks, issues, fears. I mean, that's just society as a whole. And it's a good thing to put on your bully-proof armor to deflect out all the negativity out there. But oftentimes, we got to wear this mask around, this almost like, I read a great book by Lewis Howes years ago called The Mask of Masculinity, and he talks about the mask that us men wear. And I know I get a lot of ladies that listen to the show, too, a lot of moms, and a lot of coaches and athletes. So I try and do the message with the podcast to a little bit for every one of you. But most importantly, I want you to feel connected with me, with the show, and knowing that, not only I'm giving everything I've got to help you through the errors that I've made in the past, through all the mistakes that I've made in the past, but also so we can collectively work together. And the ultimate goal is to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. So do I have it all figured out? Being transparent? Absolutely not. Am I continuously working hard every single day? Absolutely yes. And I just know that the more feedback I get on the show and on our YouTube channel and the messages and the reviews and the emails and texts from friends there, this is what empowers me to keep doing it because I'm just like you. I'll ask myself, am I good enough? I mean, are people really listening to my show? The answer is yes, and I'm so very blessed for that, and that's what empowers me. So how can I help you? Well, I'm going to help you once again by being transparent and saying that, 1, you are good enough. 2, say thank you very much for listening. And 3, let's work on this together. So we can, as adults, as parents, raise the best kids we possibly can, where they're actually productive, contributing members of society. Coaches, what are we doing? We're building more than just great athletes. Yeah, we're building great, productive members of society that are contributing in a successful way. But we have to build that confidence. But first, we got to believe enough in ourselves Just like with this show, I got to believe enough in me that I've got something to offer to help out others. And your feedback, boy, that empowers me. So I'm giving this to you. I want you to know and believe that you're not just good enough. You're more than good enough. You're better than good, as Zig Ziglar would always say, to help spread your message, to help empower someone out there who's struggling. So what's the weekend challenge? The weekend challenge, and you hear me talk a lot about the ABCs to become bully-proof, and just a quick recap on what those are for some of our new listeners. The A is awareness and avoidance. Awareness of negativity, negative input, negative or dangerous situations, and do what you can to avoid them. Now, I'll never tell you to run from your fears, troubles, listen to that, troubles, struggles, that's a tongue twister, got me going now. Struggles and troubles and challenges or fears, never run from those, but just be wise. You wouldn't deliberately pour poison into your drink, into your cup, morning cup of coffee or your cup of tea or water. You wouldn't do that. But oftentimes we're not aware of the negativity we allow into our mental garden, in our mind, and we're essentially dumping poison in there. Because what goes in is what's coming out. What we focus on magnifies. And we focus on the negativity, all the ugliness going on, and then the limiting beliefs and self-doubt. That's what gets you to saying, am I good enough? Maybe I'm not. Maybe those people are right. I shouldn't be doing a show. Maybe they're right. I'm not a very good coach. Wow. You say, has anybody ever said that to you before? Well, listen, I've been a coach for like 35 plus years now. I've been in martial arts 40 plus years, had a martial arts academy for almost 30 years. Yeah, unfortunately, you're never, well, you know this, but I'm going to remind you because I need to hear too. You're never going to be exactly right for absolutely every person on the planet, which is all there is to it. And we never know why people say sometimes the mean and hateful and ugly things that they say. They do. Hurt people, hurt others. Now, of course, when I get hurt, being a fighter by nature, my number one instinct is to fight back because that's what's got me to where I'm at now. But I also got to realize that I can't fight every battle, the meaningless ones. So I need to be aware of those and try and avoid those. Spend my fighting energy and dying on the hills that are meant to die on. And a hill meant to die on is empowering you that are listening, but also your kids and athletes and coaches and players to believe in themselves, to not be influenced by the ugliness of society, not be influenced by the negativity that the world tries to project on us, not allowing that stuff in our mental garden. That's my hill to die on. Not lying to kids, not manipulating kids, taking advantage of kids, not manipulating women in women's sports. That's my hill to die on. To empower people to believe in themselves enough to stand up for what is right, what is justice, what is honorable, what is integrity, discipline, respect, and doing the right thing. Yeah, and of course I'll never cram anything, try and cram anything at you or down your throat or in your head. If you don't, people don't like listening to this show, there's millions of other podcasts to listen to. But I know those that enjoy the show, I'm going to be transparent and honest and give you everything I've got and remind you, yeah, you are good enough. Yeah, I'm going to do what I can to make sure your time with me is valuable. So, what am I learning from this? I'm sharing with you openly. What hills to die on? What battles to fight? Which ones to say, you know what? That's not me. Somebody else is more gifted, more talented, and that's them. Because you can't be everything to everyone. And when you try to be everything to everyone, and I'm saying this just as much for you to hear as for me, when you try to be everything for everyone, you end up being nothing to no one. Woo! How's that a right hook reality? Bang! That jacked you up, didn't it? So, am I good enough? Well, am I good enough to do open heart surgery? No. I'm not. Absolutely not. Well, that's not my purpose. That's not my passion. That's not what I was put on this earth to do. There's a lot of things I'm not good at. Am I good enough to be a ballerina? No, I'm not. Zig Ziglar would always talk about confidence. Oftentimes people say, with confidence, you can do anything. That's not altogether true. And what I mean by that is Shaquille O'Neal, extremely good basketball player, extremely good rebounder. However, Shaquille O'Neal would not be a very good horse jockey, right? No. I mean, his feet would probably touch the ground. That's not his gift. So it doesn't matter how much confidence he has in himself, he's probably not going to be a very good horse jockey. Me, doesn't matter how much confidence I have in myself, I am not the guy you want to go to for heart surgery. I don't know the first thing about it. It doesn't matter. I mean, I could be as confident as possible. but I can confidently tell you that I'm not the guy to go to for heart surgery. So you might be saying right now, well, gosh darn, you always talk about confidence building, and now you're saying confidence doesn't work? I'm not saying that. I'm saying confidence, just because you have confidence doesn't mean you can do anything. However, having confidence does mean you can do anything and everything a heck of a lot better than lacking confidence. So even though Shaquille O'Neal would not be the best horse jockey, he could confidently do his best, but if he confidently applies his belief in himself toward what he's good at, being a great basketball player, holy smokes. Same thing. Confidence, I mentioned heart surgery. I could say, if the two of us are alone on an island and you're dying and the only chance is you've got a heart disease, I could either say, well, it looks like you're going to die, or I could say, I've seen some medical shows. It's only the two of us. I'm confidently going to do everything I can to maybe get that infection out of your heart. It doesn't mean I'm going to save you, but one gives you a kind of a reassurance and belief, at least, and hope, than the other one. Of course, I'm making silly stuff up, being alone on an island. You've got some heart disease that I'm going to cut out of you. Hopefully that gave you a chuckle. But my whole point is, when I use confidence toward what my gift is, which is talking, speaking, empowering, motivating, boy, oh boy, I mean, think about the difference here. So just doing this show, lacking confidence, it would sound something like, I'm going to do my best here, sound something like this. I hope you have confidence and I hope you believe in me, and I want to make sure you feel good about yourself. And I'm not making fun of anybody that's ever struggled doing a podcast or a video blog or anything else. Matter of fact, when I first started doing these, who knows how long ago, I was stumbling all over myself. And it's one of the things I talk about. People will like the podcast or one of the YouTube videos, which, by the way, on that note, make sure you have subscribed, not only the podcast here, but our YouTube channel. It's at Warrior Confidence. It's all one word, Warrior Confidence, or you can get there by just typing in YouTube, Grogan's Bully Proof. It'll take you to the same place. But man, oh man, we're releasing 2 new videos, and they are impactful and powerful, and I'm really loving it. So make sure you do that and subscribe, smack that bell so you get notified of all new videos. And the same thing with the podcast. But when I first started doing, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence and belief because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But now I encourage people, look, you're going to be terrible at something until you get better at something, and then you're going to get good at something. It just doesn't happen overnight. However, your gift will allow you to fight through those struggles, those challenges, and that willingness to give up. And you're still going to probably question yourself, man, am I really good enough to be talking to people, millions of people around the world with this podcast? Those thoughts drift in there. Why? Because, someone when I was a kid told me I was never going to amount to anything. So that's still in there every once in a while. That's self-doubt. And when we're feeling down and not feeling our best, the meanest, nastiest bully we're ever going to face, the one in our mind, is going to come calling. And that's when we have to do what we're good at, what we're put on this earth to do, to help remind that bully, you don't know me, get the heck out. Or I like to say, dig that weed out of that mental garden, or dig that weed out of that garden. But, digging weeds out, you dig one out, and it seems like 2 or 3 more appear. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's just society trying to remind you, you're not good enough. Yeah, well, the heck with that crap. I'm telling you, you are good enough, and the reasons are because you have a gift that nobody else has. You just have to tap into that gift. But when we're feeling down, that's when that mental bully comes. So obviously listening to this show, and I always encourage you to listen more than once for that self-empowerment, that motivation, that inspiration, that me trying to help remind you that you are somebody. You're better than good. How do I know that? Because you've got a unique gift that no one else in this world possesses. And by the fact that you're taking time out of your busy day and your busy life to listen to this, that's showing you care about yourself. It's showing that you want to be empowered. It's showing you're investing in who you are to make sure that you become your absolute very, very best. This is episode number 335. I've got over 500 videos on YouTube, and I'm not bragging by any means. I'm just stating a fact here. The fact that I've got all that out there and you continue to listen and share and subscribe and pass it on to others is the motivation for me to keep doing this. But at the same time, all those episodes, there's billions of people around the world that don't know anything about it, and they are not investing in themselves. They're not doing the little bit that they can to improve their state of mind, their state of well-being by planting the right seeds in the mental garden. Now, what you plant in that garden, baby, is going to grow. You allow society just to infiltrate your mental garden with weeds of negativity, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and tell you how you're not good enough. Well, boy, whatever we plant grows. So that's my whole goal, is to help you dig up those limiting beliefs and those negative weeds and plant the seeds that you want. in order to produce the trees that you want, and the trees are your successes. So, am I good enough? Yeah, you're doggone right. Are you good enough? You dang right you are. And how do I know that? It's because you're taking time out of your busy day to help empower yourself or to empower your family, empower your players or your kids or your loved ones. And how do you do that? Well, when you're motivated and inspired, then you're going to go at it with that confident approach to be better, to communicate clearly and confidently. Yeah, that's how it works. Kind of crazy how that works out. It sounds so simple. Is it really that simple? Well, it is. But you know what's easy and simple to do is what? Easy and simple not to do. That's the unfortunate part. Yeah, I know. Well, good stuff, good stuff. Well, I promise to keep this short and sweet. So your weekend challenge is anytime this weekend that you start to think, man, am I good enough? Am I really a good parent? Am I really good at utilizing my God-given talent? I don't want you to lie to yourself. I mean, if you're not doing your best, you don't say, no, you suck, you're terrible at it. I ain't saying that. But I am saying, no, I am good enough. And you know what? I'm going to get better. How am I going to get better? I'm going to continue to plant the right seeds in my mental garden. I'm going to continue to listen to positive, inspiring, motivating, uplifting, powerful content to remind me who I am and whose I am. Who are you? You're a beautiful, wonderful, 1 in 8 billion unique gift from God. And whose are you? You're a gift. You're God's, right? You're a gift. But you got to believe in yourself. Easier said than done? Absolutely. But I promise you, what you plant is what you get. So that's your challenge for this weekend. When you start to feel, am I good enough? You doggone right you're good enough, and you're getting better every single day. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I'm going to have a great weekend. I am good enough. I believe in myself. I'm going to go out and do what I can. Now, here's real quick. The best thing when you're feeling down, I'm telling you, is building that self-respect. How do you build self-respect? Doing something for you with the right attitude, right effort, and working hard to earn it. Of course, you know, I'm about physical exercise and physical fitness, going for a walk, just doing something for you to get that pollution, so to speak, out of your mind, to dig those weeds up. And there's nothing better than physical exercise, physical exertion to get that out. My brother-in-law, Noah, who's a golf pro, talk about him a lot. His thing, I mean, a lot of stress there, being a golf pro. Holy smokes. His thing, he goes out and goes for, 4 or 5 mile run. Same thing with the next door neighbor, Dave. That's their thing. And you don't have to run if you're not a runner, but walking, something to get that out. And then they come back to the problems. And the problems don't just magically go away, but you're coming at it with a clearer mind, and you're able to attack those problems in a much more effective manner than you can when your mind's all scattered with millions and gazillions of thoughts. Does that help a little bit? Help remind you that, am I good enough? Absolutely you are. Absolutely. So, hey, as a reminder, make sure you like our this podcast, share it with others, 5-star reviews and all that good stuff, if you kindly would. And then our YouTube channel, I can't stress that enough. And, of course, our books. If you've not picked up a copy of Becoming Bullyproof or my other book, I Believe in Me, A through Z Positive Affirmations, pick those babies up. They're both available on Amazon. And Becoming Bullyproof is available in paperback, Kindle, and in Audible. I narrated the book, so you can listen to it. It's fantastic. And of course, after you do so, make sure you share it, and if you would kindly recommend it to others, and then leave a 5-star review for that as well. Good enough, good enough? All right, folks. Well, your challenge, next time that thought pops in your head this weekend, am I good enough? You say, absolutely right, I'm good enough, and I'm getting better. Can you do it? Yes. Are you going to do it? Well, I'll answer for you. Yes, you are. All right. Well, I love you. God loves you. Please share that love with the world. And until we talk again, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. Can't wait to chat with you again real soon. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so very much for listening today. I am truly grateful. My goal is to empower millions of people with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in themselves in order to make our society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. But I can't do it alone. So if you found value in this message, please share it with someone else who could benefit from it, and by subscribing and leaving a 5-star review. Be sure to pick up copies of my books for yourself and someone you care about at www.warriorconfidence.com. Also, remember to stay empowered throughout the week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Facebook and Instagram pages at Warrior Confidence. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.